Hey everyone, welcome back to another devlog. I spent some time this week working on the broadcaster NPC some more and some interiors of the buildings. So let's dive in. Before, the broadcaster could just follow the player and shoot at the zombies, so I added the ability for him to use melee weapons. This works a lot differently than using ranged weapons because he can't just stand there and aim, he has to walk up to the zombies and fight them. Additionally, he can now receive damage from the zombies and die in combat. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done here, especially with the coding of both the zombie and the survivor AI. When in close range combat, the zombies should get knocked back when hit. This way the survivors would have a better chance at survival and aren't being hurt when going in for a second swing. This should also make the melee weapons for the player more fun. Currently, for melee attacks, the survivor runs at the closest zombie in his attack radius and starts swinging. The problem with this is that the survivor can get quite far away from the player. If he kills one of the zombies, then the next one is further away, and the next one after that is still further away, but they're in his attack radius. He'll just keep going further and further. Then eventually he'll be out of sight of the player and likely get overwhelmed by zombies and die. So I'll have to add some code that they won't run away too far and fight too far from the player. I'd like to add some buttons/commands the player can use to control the NPCs. So if you can see that they're hurt and about to run and fight a wave of zombies, you can command them to retreat and go back to the town, giving them a chance to survive another day and not die during the horde. I think it would be nice as well if you could command them to defend a place instead of following you around. That you could tell them to, hey, stand at the edge of this bridge and shoot at the zombies. Something else I would like to add is when the survivors are in long range combat, they should back away from the zombies when they get too close. Maybe slowly, or they can't fire the gun at the same time so they aren't invincible. But that way they aren't just standing in one place being hit by the zombie. I feel like it's a bit unrealistic. I would like to add an option for the survivors to help you gather resources such as wood and stone from the trees and rocks. Each survivor will be better at certain tasks than others. Some will be great at gathering wood, but bad at fighting zombies, or vice versa, great at fighting but bad at gathering resources. Perhaps they can improve over time doing the task or have their own level ups. Maybe you'll be able to give them better weapons or tools, but we'll just see how the development progresses. So anyways, there's a lot to add to the survivors' behavior, and currently the coding for the survivors is much better than the zombies AI, so I have a lot of work to do for the zombies as well. But I took a bit of a break from working on the survivors AI and did some pixel art this week. I drew quite a few sprites for the broadcast station where you'll rescue the broadcaster. I'll show you that now. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out, and enjoy fighting the zombies inside a building for the first time. Now I'll be able to add the broadcaster inside this building and start working on the code for finding him, rescuing him, and bringing him back to the town. I made it possible to break these server racks, and I think it would make the game really fun if a lot of the things were destructible. For now, they just drop rocks, but in the future I'll add electrical parts or cables instead that the player will need to build a vehicle or something. Since I've been focusing on the broadcast survivor, after you save him, he is going to fix the radio station in the town. So it made sense to do some more pixel art for inside the radio station. It's still a work in progress, but I'll show you what I've done so far. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. So I added a server room, a washroom, a dressing room, a bit of a lounge area, and the start of a production studio. I still want to add more to this building, and hopefully I'll get it finished up soon. But next week, I think I'll pause on working on the survivors and the building interiors, and work on adding some different zombies to the game. Since it is a zombie game, I feel like it's really lacking a variety of zombies, and I think it will add a lot to the game. If you want to chat, get updates, and see some new zombies before next week's devlog, come check out the Discord server. Well, that's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching and all of the support. Until next time, bye.